Well, good morning, YouTube. Matt M. Roy back again. Back to you on this absolutely gorgeous March morning in Virginia, Southern Virginia. Got another vlog video coming for today. Working on quite a few projects at the moment, and I want to make sure you guys knew what was going on. First of all, I want to say I want to thank you guys for the support I've been getting from my channel lately. As you can see from the last video I put up, which was the test footage of the GoPro Hero Plus LCD I took yesterday, everybody seems to like that video, and since the weather is nicer now, I am definitely trying to get out more and get some exercise. Give you guys an update. I have gained a few pounds since I was at my lightest, and mainly that's just because of the winter. You know, there's not really a lot to do over the winter. It's cold. I try to keep up with some exercise during the winter. I did go on a few walks, though I did not film them for the walking vlogger. But that's going to change. I hope you guys really enjoyed that video yesterday. I really enjoyed doing it. I wanted to start by just going around the neighborhood, and I thought it was really funny that I saw that cat. Now, just to let you guys know, that cat that that I went and pet in the video, it's not the first time I've pet that cat. Quite a few times it comes out when we take walks or go on bike rides, and it's one of the neighborhood cats. Its owner lives in one of those houses there, and she's really nice, and I knew the cat was friendly. I never recommend just going up to a strange animal, whether it be a cat or a dog, without knowing if it's friendly first, because you know, you can get something that's called cat scratch fever, and a friend of mine did get that years ago from petting a stray cat. Basically what it is, it's like an infection you get when they scratch you. If it gets in there deep enough and you don't clean it out right away, then you can actually, the cat scratch fever, it's like it says, it's almost like a flu. You get a fever, you get the chills, and it can be very serious depending on your medical history. So just a word of caution, don't ever go and pet any animal that you don't know. And if you are going to do it, you know, just do it with some common sense. You know, maybe wear a pair of gloves, just let it, go ahead, put your hand out, let it sniff you first. But if it shows any indication of aggression, just walk away. That's a smart thing to do. And I'm not just talking about cats, I'm talking about dogs as well. I'm very pleased with how that handlebar mount worked. I wasn't sure how it was going to work because my bike is not the highest end. It's a Huffy, which it was about $200 when it was new, and it doesn't actually have shock absorbers on it. So I was afraid that there was going to be a little too many bumps for the camera. But it seems that the GoPro's image stabilization was right on the money. And also the bike mount that I purchased off eBay, I've shown you guys a picture of it. Basically it just hits, it goes around the handlebar, and there's a little rubber piece that goes between the mount and the handlebar itself, and that also helps cushion the blows when you go over a bump. So I was very pleased for the most part. I do want to find a way, because the only problem I had with the footage is I noticed it kind of swayed back and forth a little bit, and that's just probably me. I haven't ridden a bike now for probably a year and a half, 2 years, and I'm just a little bit unsteady at the moment, but the more I do it, I'm sure the footage will get a lot smoother. And it was even worse than that before I started, before I uploaded it. I actually used the Windows Movie Maker anti-shake feature, so basically it limited the amount of wobble that the video had. But yeah, I'd love to get some more feedback from you guys. I know that I was toying with whether or not to put up the entire footage, because I know after about 12 minutes it can get a little boring, but I've gotten some feedback saying that you guys like to see videos like that. I was going to originally put all the audio up, but the problem was it was very windy yesterday, and you wouldn't be able to hear me. The audio was so muffled. Anything that I said was so muffled from the wind that it just wasn't audible. So that's why I decided to actually just put on some music. Just for you guys who were going to ask, that was Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. I believe it was in D major. And it was from the YouTube audio library, one of the free audio downloads that you can put up and use royalty free. Just Google search YouTube Music Library, and they have tons and tons of songs that you can use for free in your videos. And you can monetize your videos. There are no royalty claims on those at all. So It's really nice that they offer that, because YouTube, especially within the last couple of years, has just gotten so crazy with copyright restrictions. And I actually had one or two copyright strikes against me. I never told you guys. Luckily, they were removed. The videos themselves are up there, but they're ones that you guys can't see because there's a copyright restriction in this particular country. So, you know what? We just got to do our best. Well, I'm actually working on a client's computer right now that is totally virus-filled, and I need to get back to working on that. I'm actually running a version of ClamX antivirus through a Linux distro right now. It's actually running through Parted Magic, and they have a lot of tools in there. I know I've showed you this before, but I need to go ahead and keep working on that because he's going to need this computer back sometime Sunday morning. And it is heavily infected. This computer is going to need a lot of work. So I have to do that, and I also have another job. That same lady that I went to last week, she needs me to go and set her printer up, and she let a friend of hers again use the computer, and it just totally got messed up again. I don't even know what's happened. She can't explain it to me over the phone, so I guess I'll find out when I get there. I was supposed to go yesterday, but it got too late before she was able to have me come out, so we just decided it was better for me to do the job today. I want to thank you guys for the feedback. I asked you in the previous vlog that give me some ideas of what you want to see on my channel, and pretty much universally everybody said they want to see more cooking videos, and I really want to get back into doing that. I know that you guys like to see them with my mom. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. She is not a big fan of being on YouTube. She tends to be a little bit shy. If I can coax her to do it, then yes, I'll definitely film another video. But if not, then it'll just be me, and I'll just, I'll decide what I want to make. I'm thinking that I want to do something seafood related. I haven't really decided yet. If you guys want to see me make a specific dish, go ahead and put it down in the comments. I just noticed that Bite and Chew Reviews put up a video on how to make homemade crab cakes. I'm actually thinking about doing that. That might actually be my next cooking video if we get it, and we'll see if I can do it as good as he can. Well, I'm going to go ahead and continue working on this computer, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you guys a little later. Alright guys, so I was cleaning out one of my drawers the other day, and I came across something that I think quite a few of you will find pretty cool. Something I haven't seen, I would say at least for 4 or 5 years. Back when I lived in New York, our what was originally Electronics Boutique was going out of business. And they had put all their software on clearance. I mean, really cheap. And this is we're talking probably 1997, 1998. And I actually picked up a bunch of these Apogee games on floppy disk. Now, I'm sure a bunch of you guys remember this. If I can get a close-up there. This one is Blake Stone. And this is actually Aliens of Gold. This was one of my favorite games when I was a kid, probably in my teenage years. This is actually a 2 floppy disk set, because you couldn't actually fit a whole game on 1 floppy disk. And even though these are on 2 disks, these are still highly compressed. When I installed this, or when you installed this back in the day on DOS, it actually had to uncompress the files onto a hard drive. To install this game from 2 floppy disks would literally take maybe 10 minutes because it had to uncompress all those files. A few other games I got back then. Another 2-disc set. This one is called Alien Carnage. This one is basically like a futuristic side-scrolling shoot-'em-up game where you would fly with your jetpack and you would shoot these little monsters. Another thing I think this was also called was Halloween Harry. And I'm sure a lot of my die-hard DOS gaming fans probably remember those. And last but not least, I don't know where all my other ones went, I have a Wacky Wheels 2 floppy disk set. You can see they're all Apogee. And this is basically a ripoff of Mario Kart, but it's a very good ripoff. If you ever get a chance to play any of these games, I would highly recommend it. Now, me personally, I want to play them on the original equipment. That's why I have my Pentium 2 Dell XPS D233. Of course, you can get this stuff on emulators now and just play them on modern equipment, and that is absolutely fine. I have no problem with people doing that, but for me, there's nothing like the original. I mean, I just love playing it on the original equipment that it was intended to be played on. I also have pretty much all the Commander Keen games. This is Commander Keen 1, 2, and 3. These will all fit on one floppy disk because these versions were actually produced in 1989, 1990. So these are very small files. I think they're maybe about 400K each, so that is enough to fit on one floppy disk. On this one I have Commander Keen 4, which is the very first Commander Keen I ever played. Absolutely love that game. I cannot tell you, I spent hours and hours as a child playing that game. And again, those of you that have played this know what I'm talking about. It is highly addictive. And this also has the very rare Keen Dreams, which was never officially released in a full version. Keen Dreams was only a shareware title. They never actually finished it. What's on here, I think it's about a 12-level shareware game. It's still fun. I still like playing it even though it's technically not, it was never finished. And then, of course, last but not least, I have Commander Keen 5. Now, I believe there was a Commander Keen version 6, or number 6 game, but I never could come across that. So if any of you guys know where I could pick that up, or if it even exists, please let me know. I am a die-hard fan of the Commander Keen series. And then I do actually have one more Apogee disc that I picked up, and this one is called Hocus Pocus. This one was okay. This was not one of my favorite ones. This is another side-scroller. You're a magician, and you have to cast spells to basically kill all of the creatures that you run into. You have to pick up, like, diamonds, amulets, and that was pretty much it. It's a decent game. I mean, if you're into, like, the old side-scroller Mario-type games like I am, it's definitely worth checking out. Lazy Game Reviews, for those of you that subscribe to his channel, actually did a full review of this particular game. And I must say, it was really, really worth getting, but don't be disappointed. It is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It is kind of, I can't think of what I was going to say. It's just not as good as some of the other side scrollers. Like I said, it just lacks in the development. It does get kind of repetitive. That's the word I was looking. It gets repetitive throughout the levels, whereas games like Blake Stone and Halloween Harry, the levels tend to be a little bit more different from each other. Well, I'm looking at my camcorder, and I actually see I'm starting to run out of tape. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish the vlog here for today. Hope you guys are really enjoying these. I'll try to put out a vlog at least a few times a week. That's going to be the way it is until I get some more time. Like I said, now that I'm working on these computers a lot and trying to maybe start up a little business of my own, it's getting to the point where I have to prioritize. I can't spend all day producing and editing YouTube videos. Now, like I said, that being said, I am still going to continue to do these YouTube videos. And look for some more walking vloggers coming. I didn't title the GoPro video I did, the walking vlogger, yesterday because that was just more of a test video. I wanted to see how well that mount worked, and I must say I am very pleased with the way that works. I also have a helmet mount that actually fits permanently to my helmet, which I might try out, but the problem that I have is I am 6'3" tall, and when I'm on the bike, it's very hard to get a good vantage point. When I use it, it almost looks like, no matter how I position the GoPro camera, it looks like I'm too high. It looks like I'm either looking down, or if I position it straight, I'm almost looking at the sky. So I think from a good vantage point, it's actually better to continue just using the handlebar mount. And as I say in every video, have a blessed day, everybody.